fighting Mike. I think that's crazy. He's going to have an exhibition with Tyson, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mike is so much bigger than him.
Yeah,
he's so much bigger than him.
He's not going to land a fist on Mayweather.
Right. It's
not after his last performance. You know, I think Tyson just needs.
What do you think was going on with that, the last one? It looked a little bit like sparring.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was scripted.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen Tyson biting his gloves, and like you could just, it was taking all that he could not to like hit him.
Joe Rogan can't get over how ripped Mike Tyson looks for the Floyd Mayweather fight. Every time Tyson comes up, Joe goes right back to his physique. It clearly stuck with him, and he keeps bringing it up like it still doesn't feel real. When Mike isn't preparing for a fight, he can seem almost normal. Sitting across from you, he looks calm and relaxed, like life has slowed him down a bit. But the moment a fight becomes real, everything about him changes his hand. You can feel that shift in the entire room. There was another time Tyson showed up in full fight shape. He looked huge. His shoulders were thick.
He is 53, moving like a world champ, throwing bombs. Again, it's only on the pads. We don't know what happens if he spars.
Right.
But
still.
But you have to
You're like the praying mantis. If he makes the first move,
you have to.
He's going to rip your head off.
Mike Tyson explains his desire to fight again. I feel unstoppable now. The gods of war have reawakened me. And he said something about the gods of war have awakened me. They've reignited my ego and want me to go to war again. Holy he doesn't knock Mike Tyson out.
To me,
I'll just be real bummed out to see Mike get KO'd at 58 years old.
60, basically. Like, what other sport would we let a 58-year-old man compete other than golf?
Right.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we letting this happen?
It's kind of crazy.
Man, but he's made for it, man. Like, he's made for it.
Mike is?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Listen, dude, he's perfectly capable of knocking him out.
He is perfectly capable. If he zigs when he should have zagged, if Mike can close the distance in a way that he doesn't expect, and Mike also has
thick. His chest looked powerful, and his presence alone made the atmosphere feel heavier. Joe even joked that he needed a bigger table just to sit across from him, because when Mike is in that mindset, he doesn't just exist in a space, he dominates it. That's exactly why. This fight with Floyd has people talking. Floyd Mayweather is known for his precision, control, and technical skill. But Tyson still carries that raw, intimidating energy. And that kind of presence doesn't just disappear with age. Joe also brings up an uncomfortable reality about money, because people often assume legends stay wealthy forever, but that's not always true. Exhibition fights have become an easy way to maintain a luxury lifestyle while staying in the spotlight. So when you see Tyson now ripped, strong.
This is the reason why this desk is this width. Did I tell you that?
No. This is real?
Yeah. I had a smaller desk that I was planning on using for the new studio. When I'm like, maybe it'd be better if I'm a little closer to the people. But then I did a podcast with Tyson. I did two of them with Tyson. One, when he was high, when he was running Tyson's Ranch. He had a little bit of a belly. He was jolly. He was just high all the time. We had a wonderful conversation. And then next time he came in is when he's preparing for the Roy Jones fight.
Oh,
and
wow.
He was jacked. And he had these big ass muscles in his forearms. And he made me so nervous. Like he was so keyed up. You could tell. Like he was ready to go. He was ready to.
In Focused, it doesn't feel like nostalgia anymore. It starts to feel like something serious is coming. While Joe Rogan is talking about Tyson turning back into a destructive force, and even joking about how his presence demands bigger furniture. Don Raphael steps in and shifts the tone completely, moving the conversation from excitement to reality. He starts discussing a possible Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2, but without much excitement. Looking at it like someone who already saw the first fight and didn't enjoy it, and when he calls that fight disappointing, it highlights how people remember the event more than the actual action. Now the conversation shifts from nostalgia to risk, because Floyd is 49.
And that's I love this guy. Like, why would he want to fight Iron Mike Tyson?
I was minding my business. I wasn't bothering nobody. He just wanted he picked.
He came. He said, "Damn, we got a bag, huh, Mike?"
No, I ain't say that.
No, it's a bag, though. You and Floyd Mayweather that's come on, two biggest names in the whole. What is this, the 20th century and shit? This is the fucking 21st century. These are the two biggest names in the 20
years old. and built his entire career protecting that perfect record. And putting it on the line again feels like a major move. The question becomes whether it's confidence or financial motivation. And Dan doesn't hold back, saying directly that Floyd needs the money with no hesitation. Then when Mike Tyson is added into the mix, a man close to 60 still stepping into fights like he has something left to prove it starts to feel less like traditional boxing and more unpredictable. Almost like anything could happen. Even while criticizing it, Don explains why it still works, because the names are too big and the curiosity is too strong. As people didn't enjoy the first fight but still watched it. And now with added age, pressure, and that what-if factor, the interest becomes even stronger. He also points out how modern fighters protect undefeated records too much, treating them like something fragile instead of part of the journey. So even if people criticize it, when the moment comes, everyone will still be watching that 500.
In the official fight, the rematch with Pacquiao that has been announced by their teams and by Netflix, which will carry that fight because they like to do those, big fights that are more name recognition than serious combat. With the exception being, of course, when they did Canelo against Crawford, which was two prime, names and active boxer in the history, whoever put on gloves, that treasured his undefeated record more than Floyd Mayweather. That the fact that could go away is not insignificant. So if there's any reason to be interested in that rematch, that may be it. As you said, it will be an official fight. So there is that. But I'm if they decide not to do that, I won't be unhappy about it. Let Floyd be 50-0, fine. But he needs the money, and obviously he's going to make money in these different events.
Whether it's putting that 50-0 record.
100%. That's the only thing that makes it even quasi interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If look, we don't have to relitigate their first fight from 2015. It was a terrible fight, and Floyd won easily. But he's 49 years old. Pacquiao has actually had a real fight since then, even though he didn't win against Mario Barrios back in July of last year. A lot of people thought he did win. Mm-hmm. He looked pretty good for a guy that was coming out of a 4-year return.
And that what-if factor, the interest becomes even stronger. He also points out how modern fighters protect undefeated records too much, treating them like something fragile instead of part of the journey. So even if people cord, then Timothy Bradley jumps in and shifts the energy again, focusing on real boxing instead of opinions. He says if Devin Haney doesn't clearly beat Rolando Romero, then he's not ready for Ryan Garcia, and it sounds more like a warning than a prediction. Bradley
does all that crazy stuff, but he leaves a lot of openings, for the taking. And a guy like Devin Haney, who understands the sweet science, who got good feet, good reactions, an excellent jab. I mean, the feints that he gonna be using on him as well, man, because and next, hey, Ryan Garcia, your ass is next, bro. Your ass is next. See, y'all, everybody all high and strung out on Ryan Garcia after that last performance, but I'm not. I'm not high. I'm telling y'all. No, you get in there with a tremendous boxer, man. And if Dev didn't get dropped in that first fight, if he didn't get...
He also respects Romero's danger, calling him awkward and explosive. It's the kind of fighter who doesn't follow patterns, and then he breaks everything down, technically Haney's jab. It's movement and feints, making it feel like a high level breakdown, almost like chess versus checkers. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's really talk about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Bloodline Boxing. See you in the next one.